Hello everyone. So one topic which need to be discussed before the end of the class, and this topic is very important topic. The topic is what how to prepare FR. Second is what whether we can easily score more than 80 or not in FR. So these are the 2 points which is now a hot topic in the mind of CA student. Means if I compare with old syllabus, this topic was not for FR. But with new syllabus, FR become one hot subject. Correct? So what are the 2 points? How to revise, FR, and whether with this revision, I am not targeting 90 plus. 90 plus is also very easy, but sometimes when we say 90 plus, students say no. So better we write down 80 plus. And those who are thinking 90 plus, they should think about 90 plus also. Very easy. Because I think FR and SFM is depend upon our preparation. But other subject does not depend upon our preparation. Marks do not depend upon our preparation. That marks depend on that day. For DT, marks depend on that day. Audit law depends on that day how you are writing. Costing depends upon question paper. Are you getting? Elective paper तो चलो ठीक है. But FRSFM depends upon our preparation. Because question will not come beyond syllabus. Beyond syllabus means beyond study material. Beyond study material. Are you getting? Therefore, easy to score. How can the point is that how we need to score now? How we need to revise? To revision. First though, there are two categories of students now. Those who are writing for November 19 exam. So I can't give preparation strategy based on May 20 exam. So I need to inform them also what is their requirement, how to prepare them. Less time, but target is 80 plus. The planning is more required for them. And from May 20 and onwards is also different strategy will be there. Different strategy. Correct. Now, I will inform you simultaneously so that you are not confused what to be done, what not to be done. First, a student should always make a strategy. Strategy is known as ABC analysis, which you have studied many places. ABC analysis we need to do. So for every subject, ABC analysis need to be done. But what is A, what is B, what is C, that we don't know. So from my point of view, when we are doing ABC analysis, weightage of marks is very important. Which chapter contain how many marks, and second time given for that chapter. Correct. So now because we are discussing what FR, so I will say ABC analysis of only FR because I am expert in FR. So for different subject you can do by your own or you can ask your own faculty. So can you say ABC analysis need to be done based on what? Marks. So if I see FR syllabus as per the weightage marks given by institute, it has been divided in two parts. One is covering 50 to 60 marks, and then balance marks. So balance become what? 50 to 40 marks. Are you getting? 50 to 40 marks. But in this there will be two categories. Understood? Now 50 to 60 marks. There are 5 chapters only. Only how many chapters? 5 chapters. 5 chapters done, you will pakka pass. There is no doubt about this if you know that chapter. Correct? First is what? Financial instrument. A mandatory question from this. Covering, I will say it is cover 8 to 12 marks. Minimum 8 marks, maximum 12 marks. It can be 60 marks also. Means either one question or two questions from this topic. One question to 8 marks, two questions to 12 marks. Pakka. Second, share based payment, SBP, mandatory question. Mandatory question varies from 8 to 12 marks. One question either of 8 marks or 12 marks or 10 marks. 8 to I'm writing. Okay. Third is what? Consolidation. Consolidation. Now the only it is based on India's consolidation. It is 16 to 20 marks. 16 to 20 marks. One question pakka, but they can give one sub question also for 4 marks. So it becomes 16, 20. It can be more than 20, but I'm as per my experience I'm writing. Last attempt it was more than 20 marks from this chapter, but I'm not going beyond that. Okay? We are happy with 16, 20 only. Okay? And then business combination. Last 3 attempts they have not asked a full-fledged question from business combination. Why? Because there was no scope. Why there was no scope? Because there were some other chapters, small chapter, which is now excluded. So now from business combination we can expect one question. We can expect one question. So business combination, from my point of view, it will be 12 to 16 marks. 12 to 16 marks. Correct? How many chapters are written? 4 chapters. And there is one IND AS 115. From this to mandatory question. One question will be mandatory. 115 revenue recognition. Means the question paper cannot be done without this IND AS. There will be one question IND AS 115. The question will vary from 4 to 8 marks. 4 to 8 marks. Correct? Now can you give me the total of lower limit and total of higher limit? Batao. Lower limit how much? 48. Higher limit how much? How much? 68. 58. So you can see I have written that only 50 to 60. I have written 50 to 60 only. So can I say this chapter cover 50 to 60 marks? Means if you have done thoroughly these 5 chapters, 40 above pakka. Means there is no chance of deduction if you know entire chapter. If you know entire chapter. So this is first preference. First preference. Now balance, can you see the balance? It is numbers are high. And where the question will come, a question will not come from this chapter that we don't know. Means from IND AS 12, important topic, but whether they will ask question from that topic or they will not ask question from that topic that we don't know. Correct now. It means how much time we should give, that also we need to find out. Now you started with IND AS 12, you have given 3 days, question didn't come, maja aa gaya. Correct now. Examination strategy now. Class mein to I have said okay, full. Now examination point of view. Class mein we have done justice with that subject, but examination strategy now. Correct. So balance, this is A. Now imbalance will be B and C. Now balance B, C, you don't know from which chapter they will ask question. Believe me. Correct. So we need to understand which topic will take much time. That will be B. Which topic will take less time, that will be C. Correct. So I will give you some topic which will take more time from my point of view. If I am a student, I will give more time to that and I will do balance chapter fatafat. If I have less time. Correct. So first is what IND AS 12. IND AS 19. Correct. Understood. IND AS 16. IND AS 16. Very easy, but it will take time. It will take time. Then what? IND AS 36 impairment. IND AS 36 impairment. Correct? Then what? Bolo. IND AS what? IND AS 105. IND AS 105. Correct? IND AS 105. Then in C category you can add on IND AS 37. IND AS 10. IND AS 2. IND AS 2. IND AS IND AS 23. Borrowing cost. IND AS 40. IND AS 41. Agriculture. New topic but very simple. You should not give much time to that. One time reading you will understand what to be done in that. Correct now. India's 20 government grant. India's 20 government grant. India's India's 108 you can write down here because if questions come, so you need to write properly. Easy, but one time revision full karna. India's 108. ठीक है? Then India's 38 intangible assets. Because once you have done India's 16, then India's 38 will not take a much time. Correct. India's 38 will take maximum half an hour if you are going through. Correct. India's 38. Then what? बताओ. India's 7 cash flow statement. Cash flow statement. India's 34 interim financial reporting. Interim financial reporting. Here it down. India's 1 schedule 3 and there is one chapter analysis of financial statement. Okay? This will contain, this might contain a 16 marks question. Last time they have asked mandatory question on this. Preparation of a balance sheet as per the requirement of India's 1. Are you getting? Correct? So they will give you incorrect balance sheet, you need to correct it. So that requires schedule 3 information disclosure requirement as well as India's 1 requirement. Correct? So you need to give time to this. Means you can't do. Correct? Because they may ask a question, but I don't know whether they will ask or not. Last time they have asked, now they will ask or not, that I don't know. Correct? But now important. So give some time. You can't go through. Correct? We have also given some time in class. We have given much time in this. Correct? Ind AS 8, you can do fast. Correct? Understood? Then there is one topic CSR coming soon. Corporate social responsibility, that is 10-minute chapter. 10-minute chapter. Are you getting? Okay. Then there is one theory chapter, integrated reporting. Integrated reporting. Correct? Understood? I think overall you have understood. There is one more India's 33 earning per share. Till now no questions from this topic. India's 33. But if you practice, you need to practice in that. Because they will ask questions that you don't know from where question will come. So you can't leave it. So India's 33 will take thoda time. India's 33 will take thoda time. Understood? Okay? So this become what? One analysis. It might have been some chapter I have forgotten, but overall I have covered it. Okay? Understood? Bolo? India's 101. India's 101. First time adoption of what? Fine. India's first time adoption. India's till now no question have been asked. Till now, so it becomes an important question, important chapter. If questions come, you should write properly. So this you are doing for the first time. You need to give thoroughly time. You can't do in a speed way. But in this, if you do not have time, 37, 10, 2, if you are reading also, then also you will be able to attempt. But if you read only India's 12, you will not be able to attempt. Practice is required. Practice is required. Understood? So this should be your strategy. Just find out first ABC analysis. Just find out ABC analysis. Are you getting what I am saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is one more chapter, framework. Framework is very simple, but framework, I am saying simple. Last time 5 marks question came. It does not mean you are reading in such a way that you are not able to write. So it does not mean question will not come from this topic. When I am saying C analysis, no, I am not saying these are not important chapter. This is a chapter from where I don't know from which chapter they will ask. It might happen they have not asked any question from this topic. They have asked question from this balance topic. It is quite possible. Correct now? It is quite possible. So you can't say, sir, you have given C analysis, we have left only. So this is not based on what important. This analysis I am doing as per how much time you should put in each chapter. This pakka. A category is 100% sure 50 marks will come from A category. But from balance B and C, I don't know from which chapter they are going to ask question. Means which is more dangerous? B and C is more dangerous in exam. A is not dangerous because you know, so can you see you should be safe where in A? A is safe. Below A is safe now. So you should put a much time where in A. And that are all big chapters. There are big chapters. Now suppose you started with C. You have 15 days, 7 days you have given in that only. बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे बाबा पढ़. So that is not a strategy. You can't give 7 days in that. You need to give balanced time in that because that is simple chapter can be understood easily. can be understood easily. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you are of the view that no sir, I require more time in India's 34, then you should put India's 34 where? In B category. That is your choice. You can convert, you can modify it. But I think this should be maximum analysis which I can find as per my experience. Now, this is the first point. ये हो गया. Now, how to revise? More important for November 2019 attempt. Same situation will come to May 2020 attempt also, because you are a student same type. Are you getting? So first I will say, suppose same situation, suppose everyone need to understand, suppose your attempt is what, November 19. So what need to be done? Then I will give additional requirement for May 20 also. What extra you can do? So suppose abhi to right now 3 months left. Less than 3 months now, how much? It is what? 2 months left. 2 months, and suppose you have not done any revision. मान लेते हैं. Let us assume I am just giving no revision done. Till now no question you have studied. Whatever you came to class, then went. Some class was absent also. मान लेते हैं. Let us do, but then also pass. You need to pass in any situation. Can we say no? I will not pass in this attempt because I have not attended class. No. You need to pass in any situation, any circumstances. You need to pass. So you need to make one strategy. Correct. Now 2 months में first you decide how much time you will allocate for what? First revision of what? FR. That you need to decide. I will say 2 months means how many days? 60 days. Correct. Suppose you have not started any revision, and suppose you are giving both group of one group. I see November 19. If you have not done revision, so you will go for one group only. Most of the student. And if you are both group, so you have already started preparation. If you are both group, so you have already started preparing something. Bolo yes no. So can I say in this you need to do one full revision and one half revision? Half revision means after full revision. That should be the strategy. For each subject, suppose there are 4 subjects. Suppose there are 4 subjects. Now group 1 4 subject. Correct. It means, can I say out of 60 days, the last 8 days to hata do. Why 8 days? Because 4 days what? For FR and 4 days abnormal loss. Provision created. Bole 8 days hata do. Don't count 8 days. Means you have how many days? 52 days. Means you have only 52 days for first and half revision. First and second revision, correct? And divided by how many subject? 4 subject. So if you divide by 4, so how much it came? How much it came? Bolo now. 20 days. 13 days. 13 days you have. Now in 13 days, if I say chalo FR में थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा समय, because law and audit will take much less time. Correct? Law and audit of course should not be compared with FR. So law and audit will take less time. So if I take 2 days from law and audit, it become what? It becomes 17 days. So you have 16 days. मान लेते हैं 16 days. Means, can I say out of these 16 days, first you need to find out how much time is required for first revision. That only we don't know. We don't know how much time is required for first revision. Are you getting that? We don't know. The simple strategy is what? मैं आपको simple strategy is what? कि if you have 70 days class, just find out how many classes is taken by your teacher. 70 days. So can I say whatever I have done in 3 hours in class, you can revise in 1 hour. Only what I have done in class. Class में जो किया, not more than that. ठीक है ना? Class. तो can I say you will say 70 hours required. 70 days means 70 hours. But this is only what you have done in class. Correct? Can I say extra practice required? Extra practice. Can I say you need to practice other question? So can I say for that you need to increase this by 1.5 times. Not 1.5 times. Correct. Means increase by 1.5 hour per day. So 70 into 1.5 how much? How much? 105. Means how much total hours required for first revision? How much? 175. First revision target 175 fixed. You can't give less than this time. And more than you can give, but it will affect other subject. You know, plan strategy, na? You can give more than, but other subject को भी प्यार करना ना. Correct? बोले yes or no? तो 175 minimum hours required. If you have surplus time, then कुछ बात अलग है. Are you getting what I am saying? Now 175 out of how many days? 16 days. Now 16 days means what? Bolo? 16 days means what? You have, I will say 11 days maximum for first revision. 11 days maximum for first revision. 11 days full for a full 11 days, huh? Full, not half. Full 11 days, huh? Not half. Not two subject one day, one subject one day. Are you getting what I'm saying? Correct. So divide by 11, how many hours? How many hours? 16 hours. So it means so much job. But information I'm giving. 16 hours to padna. If you have not done revision any time, pakka pass hona. You have no time. You can't think. You can't wait. You can't say we don't have time. We have time 24 hours. 16 hours nikalna so nikalo. Yes. We study for 16 hours. 16 hours to one time revision हुआ ना बोलो yes or no. Correct. So 16 hours per day is your target. Whenever you are starting, I don't know when you are starting. That you fix. But you can't read it 60. If you are doing two subject per day, then 8 hours. 8 hours other subject you are giving, the 8 hours FR. Then 11 become 22 days. Then 11 become 20 days. You are good in mathematics, hence I should not explain this. Correct? I will say do one subject because you can what? Maximize your effort in one subject. Are you getting two subjects? You become relaxed. You don't know where the time is wasted. You waste your time in deciding what to study, what not to study. Correct? Now 16 hours per day. First time revision. Agreeing. Can I say 175 hours if you require? So can I say second revision can be done because in first time revision you need to plan for second time revision. How to plan I will say. Okay? But if first time revision is done 175, second time revision less than 50% of 175. So 50% of 175 how much? 50% of 175 how much? 87. So I think it can be done in 70 hours. 70 hours में हो जाएगा. So how many days left? How many days left? बोलो. 16 minus 11, 5. 5 into 16 how much? 5 into 16 how much? 80. So 10 hours का surplus that can be used here also. Are you getting? 10 hours surplus you have. You have 10 hours surplus. So that can be managed. That can be what? थोड़ा सा switch. Suppose you require one chapter more preparation. Give 10 hours surplus. You have 4 days already have taken as provision. हाँ? वहाँ पर भी surplus है. Are you able to understand? Correct. So in this way, you need to first plan this subject require how many days. That depends upon your strategy. That does not depend upon my strategy. Suppose you think law audit to weekend day in 5 days, then you can increase the number of hours here. But that you need to decide. But this is minimum. Maximum you decide. Minimum से कटल नहीं कर सकते. You can't go less than this. You need to only increase this. Correct? Now, revision strategy. Student don't know. पहला बात है. How to revise we don't know. First time revision we don't revise properly. First time revision we don't revise properly. So when you are doing first time revision, you should plan for second revision, last revision. Are you getting? This I am only informing about November 19. Correct. So those who are May 20 or November 20 or beyond that, they can understand we have sufficient time. But you do not have sufficient time, huh? Because same situation will come to you also. If we do not plan right now. Correct. So can I say, with this revision हो गया 80 plus you can score. Correct. Now how to revise first time, that we need to understand. Can I say whatever a teacher has done in class, that is most important, because teacher will not unnecessarily waste the time in class. They will take expected question. Sometimes they take what important question which might come, but that is also important as per their experience. So whatever is done by class that is very important. You can't leave that. Okay? Then can you say whatever balance question left means this class में तो I will say you do by writing. Whatever have been done in class now you do by writing because you have less time. So I can't say all the question do by writing. Whatever done in class, once you do by writing, you can do, if you have not understood the question, read solution, then write. Read solution, then write. But writing is important. Similar solution can be skipped. So for example, 2 questions of similar nature, so you can write only 1 question. And this balanced question, whatever is there, only read solution. Don't think also. Question read solution. Question read solution. Question, what happened now? You don't know how to revise. What you read question then think, अच्छा मैं अभी master बनता. No, 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 no. This is not the time to understand what will be the answer. Apply your knowledge by in exam, or if you are wasting your time, it means it will become what, 250 hours. Correct now. Means question read, answer it. Question read, answer it. Can you say when you read question you are at comfort stage, we know. And when you read question you are at discomfort situation, we don't know. In both situations read the answer. Are we reading? And can you say when you are reading the solution, you know what point you have not understood? Make a note right now of that. Question number 14, this is the point. Question number 15, this is the point which I have not understood. Use many colors, highlight each unusual points in first time revision, because second time revision it to be done in 50 hours, and we'll do entire revision from the top to beginning. Are you getting what I am saying? Same thing, whatever I have done in class, if there is some good question which you have not understood, that need to be given more students. So for example, I have given many question MRQ. So one question I have not given MRQ, but you feel that yes, this question need to be revised, give MRQ. Must revise before exam. But wherever you are finding difficulty, you should start preparing a note. Question number 1, this is the special point. Question number 2, this is the special point. Can is a common point, you will not do mistake. You will do mistake only with a new point. The new point need to be identified. New point need to be identified, and that we can understand because we have done this only in our past. Understood? So that is very important to identify in first revision, because second revision is the main target. If you can revise second revision very fast, then confidence comes. Then you are at the target. So you just try to understand. First revision is not important. Second revision is more important. First revision done full effectively. Second revision you can't do effectively. Then game is over. So in first revision, you do also plan about what second revision. That can be done by you only. You need to make small notes. Small notes. Correct? That will of course be important for these not five, I will say 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 chapters. And of course IND AS 12 also. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct? So this analysis need to be done in the first revision. Second revision, so how can we revise in 50? How many hours I have given? How many hours I have given? 70 hours. This is also one benchmark. Entire revision need to be done in what? 70 hours. So can I say in this, so whether we should write yes, but only selected question which you have done kept as MRQ. Whatever question was given MRQ, that you do by writing. Other question, whether done in class, whether done where, what, skip it. And can I say one more point which I used to do when I was in first time revision? So I used to use three emotions. First what? Smiley. Means very simple question, nothing to read. That can be done by me and at any time. Means that is known, this will be the answer. Why I will read once again? For example, IND AS 10, 90% of question you know the answer. Why you read? Adjusting, non adjusting now. So out of 25 question, 24 question you know the answer. So once again you need to read. No, Baba, no. Why you read? So in second time revision, that question is not supposed to be read only. And second is what? Like this. This means what? There are some points which will trouble you. So that is a good question, but all points we know, only one point we don't know, 1 or 2 points we don't know. That is what? Thoda sa sadness. And third is what? Which I used to cry. Means I have not understood the question only. Means need to be rectified. Yes, why I will not do rectification? Because same question will come. Bolo yes or no? So that cry means I have not understood the logic only. So cry means before exam कर दो. Same question तो कर दो. देखेंगे exam के बाद. Understood? That is also important. If you have not understood logic, what you will do? You will ask me that time. No, you will not call me. Sir के पास बाद में जाएंगे. Understood? So these are the 3 points. This is very important. So I will say out of 25 questions, maximum will come in this category because you have done that chapter, and minimum will come in this category. This is important for second revision. These two, sad and what cry. Second time revision, this only. And if you think there are some questions which cover all the points, that also can be taken as second time revision. Comprehensive question. You can analyze that. That is also that identification is very important. Correct? Only this much. So second time revision can be easily done in 70 hours, provided you have done what first time revision properly. Correct? And if you can do this 2 time revision, 4 days before exam is enough to revise entire FR. So 4 days you are giving for FR. No student will give 1 day. FR is the paper one. 4 days minimum to dena. Correct now. So that 4 days means 80 plus के नीचे कुछ नहीं. But first revision, second revision करो. Understood that 16 hours per day. I have calculated. You do not have any other scope. You do not have any other scope. Are you getting correct? So only 1 hour eating, 1 hour other necessary activities, and 5 hours sleep. Understood? इतना करना पड़ेगा. Understood? Understood this point. Now you have understood what is ABC analysis. You understood how to revise. The third point, which is बहुत important, just try to understand, which I understood. Students die because of that at preparation level. Just try to understand. We are not superpower. We are not super student. We can't understand everything. Correct now? We can't understand everything. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Means, suppose you are doing one chapter, you have forgotten entire concept. You are not able to understand only what teacher has taught. Not only in FI, another subject also. ठीक है ना? तो out of 10 subject, out of 10 chapter, 1 chapter ना, leave it. खत्म. Don't panic, because this chapter will not change your life. Target is 50 marks. Passing percentage to 50 marks. Nah, why you are panic? Don't panic at the time of preparation level. You have not understood. Now leave it. Immediately leave it. Don't waste your time in understanding that time, because time is minimum. You can't give more than the normal time required. You are not able to understand. Leave it. Suppose you are not able to understand chain holding. Chain holding नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. You started reading. छोड़ दे. Questions come. ठीक है, देखा जाएगा. Option is there. One question is option. We can leave. Means you are not supposed to waste your time. You are not supposed to panic. If you panic, then you are not revising that time. That is the most important point. If you are not able to understand that time, you leave it. You have many friends. You have many teachers. And you have good teachers like me. If you are eating, suppose lunch time, and that time call me. I will not ask you whether it is your lunch time. You are doing lunch and you are asking me. No. If you are calling me and if I am free, I will respond you. I can say only one point in which can help you. Don't panic that time. Leave it. You have many friends, good friends. Why we make? To help in what? Time. But not at that time when you are preparing, because when you started talking, then you will started talking only. Understood? That time will leave, because that time you have given for what? Studies. So only one mantra I will say: don't panic. When you panic, that is the only situation you are creating, and you are welcoming negative status in your life. There is nothing panic. You don't know, because we are normal human being. We are normal human being. We can forget. We can forget. So that time you leave that topic, go to other topic, start doing. You leave that chapter, I will say. You leave that chapter. Correct? Now, third, last point, which will happen in FR. When you start preparing with these chapters, this chapter will take much time. Suppose you started with financial instrument chapter and you are not able to understand, leave that. Correct now. Start with one easy chapter, IND AS 2. Confidence will come. Acha, we understood. Correct. Then you start with one more small chapter, confidence will come. Then you start financial instrument. You will think that most of the point now you are understanding. What happened now? In revision, we want somewhat rhythm. When rhythm will automatically come now, you will understand each and every point. When rhythm is not there, so we are not able to process. We are not able to process. But can I say, if you want to sing a song, and if you are singing without rhythm, maja nahi aata hai. So rhythm will only come when you started taking interest. When you started taking interest, automatically more flavor will come. The studies like that. If you once started rhythm, once you started understanding, then automatically that rhythm will come, and you will understand difficult topic also. Correct. This is the only point you need to understand. And I think कि even though you are November 19, you can easily score 60% plus, and थोड़ा सा effort you can score what 80 plus. Correct. Those who are writing for May or November next year, I will say कि you should have one plus half तो बोला, one more revision, and that will be what full-fledged revision. If you can do that, ultimate marks guaranteed without any effort. If you can just one तो दिया ना one half ये तो हो, that is तो compulsory. But before that, if you can do all question by writing slowly, whatever time you want to take. No time limit, no foundation. That is मजा आता है. No stress. Understood? If you can do that one full-time revision, correct, then your marks will be increased as whatever you want to get, that you will get. Understood? In this also it is achievable, but higher level of efficiency required, higher level of commitment required, higher level of determination required. Understood? But if you can do before this 1.5 revision, one full-time revision, that is possible. That is possible. Any day you can study for 2 hours, 3 hours. Sunday you can study. Correct? So I will see you target that also. If you can do that, very easy. I think I have covered most of the points. Correct? Any more point you want to ask, you can ask. Now, which book to be followed? For effort, only my book. No reference book, nothing. Because my notes are summarized. Summary notes is also not required. Correct? Book may, now there are many questions. So whatever question is given in illustration, means I have divided SM question, I have given RTP, then other. Other sources can be given less time. This SM and RTP the most important. This question will come from this only. Other sources I have taken for given for practice, more understanding, so that you can give less time. But these two must. SM and RTP must need to be done. Correct? And there are some illustration given, that is illustration of study material only. But normally questions are not asked in illustration format. So you can fast read that, but do it. But read in fast. But these two you need to do because question will come from this only. Understood? That is what my suggestion. Don't play with this. Understood? Any question you have not understood, I would say cry application. Only from exam point of view. If you understood, very good. Correct? Any more point you want to ask about preparation? Correct? Only one, don't panic. In exam, before exam, don't panic. Do not understand now, leave it. Out of 10 chapter, 1 chapter will be like that. But don't leave any subject on. I say leave a chapter, not a subject. Correct? So, thank you very much. I think you understood. Bye bye, take care. We'll meet once again some other day. Bye bye.